What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching a Marvel edition of the Ragin Nation Show. This is just the web series where we're talking about all things matter in the world of Marvel films. This is episode number 96, and in this episode, we gotta talk about Thor Ragnarok. And while Thor Ragnarok doesn't come out until November 3rd, 2017, we still got some juicy details here. Now, the only thing we know so far that is confirmed is that, of course, Chris Hemsworth is back as Thor, Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki, and also Jamie Alexander is back as Lady Sif. We don't know who's going to be directing this film. The first one was directed by Kenneth Branagh, the second one was directed by Alan Taylor, and the third one has been reported to be will be directed by Taika Waititi. Now, I've never seen any of his work before, but he is known for his comedies like What We Do in the Shadows and also Eagle vs. Shark, which suggests that there will be a very strong comedic tone in Thor Ragnarok. However, there have been reports that Thor Ragnarok is going to be the darkest Marvel film yet. Now, they keep on saying that about these films, but I gotta say, out of all the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Winter Soldier, or rather Captain America Winter Soldier, is the darkest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even though Joss Whedon says that Avengers Age of Ultron was going to be the darkest film, there was so much humor in it. And you know what? I feel that this is an ongoing thing. Because Kevin Feige and the folks over at Marvel Studios, they want their films to be funny. They want their films to have a lot of comedy in them. And it's something that really pleases the audience, even though some audience members might think that is a bit too much. It's still something that keeps the fans happy. I mean, they're laughing, they see the chemistry between the characters, they're cracking jokes at each other, and once you see the cast members having fun, we as the audience, we have fun. So they're possibly going to have a director that's going to bring a lot of comedy to this film, but as a story, they're saying that it's going to be the darkest Marvel film yet. Alright, so that's what is going on. Now, what do we know about the story? Not a whole lot, alright? But, based on some other rumors, here's what we could possibly see happen. And the story that we might see in Thor Ragnarok is the story about the Norse apocalypse. Alright? And if the Norse apocalypse story is going to happen in Thor Ragnarok, that suggests that we could be seeing the Valkyries, or rather Valkyrie, the character herself, also known as Brunhild. Okay? And if they're going to bring in the character of Valkyrie, then could they possibly be bringing in Doctor Strange? Or also Enchantress? Alright, because they're all part of this story in the comics. So this is just a suggestion. Now, they might possibly just mention Dr. Stephen Strange, but at least I think that if they really, really wanted to do some fan service, they could add a bit of a reference that connects Thor Ragnarok with Doctor Strange. That would be cool. Alright? Now, that's just a rumor that Valkyrie, the character of Valkyrie, could appear. But if they're doing the Norse apocalypse story, then I'm pretty sure that they would bring in the Valkyrie character. Now, what is very, very exciting, which was originally a rumor, but apparently this rumor has been confirmed to be true, and that is Mark Ruffalo will be returning onto the big screen for Marvel Studios as Hulk in Thor Ragnarok. That's crazy, because we've only really seen Hulk in the Avengers films. We haven't seen him in anything else, except that he did a cameo appearance as Bruce Banner in Iron Man 3, but other than that, his only Hulk appearances was in Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm not going to count the Incredible Hulk film, mainly because that was not played by Mark Ruffalo. But Mark Ruffalo could possibly be returning to the big screen in a non-Avengers film. Of course, there's Captain America Civil War, but there's also the possibility of him appearing in Thor Ragnarok. And I'm thinking that his appearance in Thor Ragnarok is part of his 7-picture deal. All right. Now, if he does appear in Thor Ragnarok, that's going to be super, super awesome, because this brings Hulk into the cosmic realm. Okay, and apparently, based on the trades, they're suggesting that Thor and Hulk will go into cosmic adventures, and I guess the Hulk and Thor. And their physical interaction with each other in the first Avengers film, directed by Joss Whedon, was a bit of a foreshadow between their, about their chemistry together. Now we're going to see more of that in a full running time feature length film in Thor Ragnarok. And what I'm hoping could happen is Planet Hulk. Okay, maybe Hulk puts on the gladiatorial armor and goes and does battle with Thor in the battle in the Norse apocalypse story. All right, and even though we might not see an actual Planet Hulk story arc, maybe we're gonna see a nod to Planet Hulk when he puts on the gladiatorial armor, so that it fits with the demigods, like Thor and Lady Sif, and they're fighting in hand-to-hand combat, right? Hulk in the armor with a sword. I think that's gonna look really, really awesome, especially when they're fighting together. So I don't know if they're gonna bring in Planet Hulk, but we might just see a nod to Planet Hulk when they put Hulk in that gladiatorial armor. That might be really, really cool. Or they might just have a gladiatorial sequence. That would be awesome. That will be the reference, or rather the nod, the Easter egg to Planet Hulk. Now, him coming in, Mark Ruffalo coming into a Thor film, I feel like is something that Marvel Studios is doing as a trend, as an ongoing trend. And what I mean by that is that we're starting to see more characters from other Marvel films appear in not their own Marvel films. Like, for example, Black Widow appearing in Iron Man 2 rather. And then Nick Fury, he shows up in pretty much all the films. And then Captain America cameoing in Thor the Dark World. And Falcon appearing in Ant-Man. And then, of course, the big ensemble coming into Captain America Civil War. You see what's going on here? This is a trend. And we're seeing more and more of this, and I think the reason why they're doing this is because they know that not only do the fans love it when this happens, but it also helps tie the story together. It is their glue to really help connect these films together, and when they do it, it's a crowd-pleasing moment. It really helps the fan like these films even more. The movie is already good, but adding these characters in them and making them appear in each other's films is a bonus. So this happening is a great thing, and I'm really excited about it. And you know what? To bring in this story arc of possibly Planet Hulk and also the Norse apocalypse, that is something that is also very exciting too. Because if you've noticed, a lot of the films that we've seen, even though they don't carry the entire story of what happens in the comics, like for example, Demon in a Bottle for Iron Man 2 and the Extremist story arc for Iron Man 3, even though they don't cover it entirely, they at least bring a version of it into the film. All right, so that is really cool that they're doing that, because obviously they're drawing material from the comics, from the original source material, and bringing it into the live action big screen. So that is really, really cool. So I'm really excited to see Hulk with Thor into their cosmic adventures, and I'm curious to see what happens next, because I think the Thor films are great. And I think I think all the Marvel Cinematic Universe films are great, but I want to see what the continuing adventures are going to be like, all right? And it's also exciting to see a new vision from a new director, all right? So there you have it. That's all I got to say in this episode. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Excuse me. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name's Alex Hughes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. It's just a matter of time and timing. All right. So that's still pretty cool in my opinion. All right, moving on. He